This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame he understands this is a huge conference matchup with the 7-game winning streak on the line, but more importantly, conference play and ramifications for a conference championship. This is a huge matchup today, and he has warned his team, keep the streak alive by doing your job today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Sooners headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Straight ahead, it's Fuller. Driven back.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to make one miss. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Stealing a score on special teams. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The run inside. It's Blaylock fighting off the defender. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, and a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Runs for the tackle. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. In this defense, its head is spinning.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like, knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down.
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
To the air, it's Mateer. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Swamped immediately.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Sellers through the noise. Hauls it in. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's McAllister. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Gamecocks are flying down the field. The handoff. Oh, he's got some space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Sellers finds a tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I think it's safe to say Lenore Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to...
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
South Carolina, 14, Oklahoma.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Stopped right there.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps on fourth down. He's got it. First down and more. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to fourth down to keep the drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Right side, it's Blaylock. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Out wide right, it's carry on. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Extending the play. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, if you were wondering whether or not this coaching staff believes in their offensive line, you now have your answer, because that's now the second time on the drive they went for it on 4th down and then got it by handing it off.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. have some time here late in the half. Throwing Sellers. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Gain of 16. Good enough for a first down.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Keeps it on the ground. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. From the gun, it's Clark. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sellers, they get to him as he throws. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Sellers. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Long way to go on second down. To throw, it's Sellers. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
to throw on first. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Back's got it on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Sellers to the air again. Right side, it's McAllister. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Sellers. Under pressure. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
28, South Carolina, 21.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Hits the hole. It's Avant. At the 35, he's loose. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Escapes the pressure going right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play, but you're not able to get him on the ground. And now they've gotten another first down.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the right side. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College, taking on the number 11 team, the Duke Blue Devils.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Xavier again. All over him immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mateer. It's complete on the right side. Brought down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get it through the air. Left side, it's Robinson. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
It's complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a net.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Ready. 129.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
Splits the uprights. Good. And wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The roughing call gives this offense a first down, and we'll see if they can take advantage of the second chance. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. Plows through the defense. Touchdown Sooners! He would not be denied. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing Sellers. Lets it fly. Lucky to get it off.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They're working that left side. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season, man. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Powers inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Makes the grab down the middle.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Breaks into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Rush is on. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. Caught, and he's got room. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Final play of the quarter coming. Sellers from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Fourth down, Sellers. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Sategna. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He's got the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Waits a hit as he fires. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Handoff to exit. That ball is live in the backfield. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Thomas. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Out wide left, it's Carry-On. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Looking for a crease. It's McAllister. Nowhere to go.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right side, it's Tuggle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to...
He's got it inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
First down for the offense.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Rush right in his face. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Again, it's Sellers. And that one's way too far for everybody.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
And really nothing else the quarterback could have done there. He wanted to throw the ball further downfield, obviously, to move the sticks, but the defense just took everything away. So he had to check it down, and the defense was able to rally. Now set it.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. They're all over it. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end and coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker.
Ready. White 80s. Ready.
On the direct snap, it's Robinson.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Right at the line. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here tonight.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.